Hey gang, welcome back to Snake River Fly Tying Sessions. Been playing around with that new material, the Scud, what's it called? Scud skin. Stuff's super versatile. Doing some fall stones. We have a lot of Clissenia, otherwise known as the Mutant, Golden Stone, and quite a few of our local rivers around here. So just going to do a lighter version of a Golden Stone. You know, basically Pat's rubber leg, modified variant number 6,022. Bent shank hook, SRF in a 6, sorry. Put some 0.35 lead on this guy, not going super heavy because the water's a little lower here in the fall. Number 6 bent shank hook on a 3X long and a little 0.35. Got some waxed 6/0 tan Semper fly, and so we're going to tie this basically in the same format that you would do Pat's rubber leg with a little flare, a little wing case. Hard problem about doing wing cases on stone flies a lot of times is, you know, you end up having to put some ribbing through it, like if you were using Scud back or something like that. So leaving something back here to kind of go through and do that, it's hard. You'll trap some of the fibers, all that. The cool thing about the Scud skin is it has kind of a built-in ribbing in it. So got some laser legs and one of my favorites, smoke jumper here, and just going to tie in a tail at the back. Nice, tie it in the center, and then take the extra piece, fold it over, and that way it locks it in there. It's a cool colored leg for the fall. You know, basically it's a like our fall hopper, but it's got a little bit of red metal flake in it. Shines up kind of nice in the bright days. Okay, so got my tail tied in, and now we're going to take some of our new super cool Scud skin. And I've already got a little hunk down here. This looks like pantyhose for, like, I don't know, a blue heron or something. But you can see the ribbing that's already in there. And so I'm just going to tie that in at the back on the top. Get a little better pinch on there. This stuff ties in really clean, so you don't have to worry about clipping and stuff. It really compacts down, so it's going to be really cool for putting on smaller nymphs and smaller bugs. So I've got my Scud skin in there, my legs, and now, you know, we're just going to kind of mix it up a little bit. One of my favorite colors the last, I don't know, or materials and colors for the last couple years on a rubber leg or on a stonefly nymph has been to use some of our leech lace. You know, one of my favorites is the burnt toast. Great for that fall stonefly, a little bit lighter colored golden stone. And so I have like 6-8 inches, and I'm just gonna, in the middle of that piece, pull them right up on top and tie that in. The reason I'm doing it that way is I want a little bit more volume. So I've got 2 strands of the leech lace and burnt toast. I'll just twist these up on top, kind of combine them like so, make a rope. And as I go around on that back part, I'm going to transfer this to my other hand, and I'm going to remember which way I'm twisting, and I'm going to give it a half a twist to a full twist each round in that same direction. And what that's doing is that turns this leech lace into a rope more like a rib. And you're going to get those natural, make sure I'm going the right way, you're going to get those natural segmentation in there. Make sure I'm twisting the right way, and finish up right at that midway mark. I'm just going to go ahead and trap that burnt toast leech lace. Not looking for a super shaggy body. Here's another reason I twisted it like that. Okay, At this point I would tie in some more rubber legs. You've seen that in the Pat's Montana. but I'm not going to use rubber legs on this. I'm going to go a little lighter, a little sparser, and use another product that's really popular for us, and that's our classic Hydro Hackle. This is a mocha, so a monotone with a little bit of flash. Great color to go with this, and I am going to use this just like back in the days you would use Chinese strung saddle, or a big hackle to make the legs through here. Let's give these fish something different to look at. Our primary river, the South Fork, just went through a weekend of the Jackson Hole one fly contest. You can look that up. That's kind of a cool fundraising event where you only get to use one fly during the whole process, which is pretty wild. I can't imagine getting on an airplane and flying across the world and having one fly in my box. But I've done the competition as far as guided in it several years, and definitely had plenty of flies. People have fished in it. Something a little different, but fitting that same, imitating the insect, but not the same thing that's sitting in the fly bins every day. This time of year on a lot of pressured waters like the Henry's Fork, the Missouri, the Madison, or the South Fork, and others, they've seen it all. They want a little something different, so this is what we're going to give them. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my leech lace up through my thorax, and like I said, I'm just twisting that a little as I go, just to give it a little bit of bulk through the middle. But this isn't a fully engorged, right before salmon fly hatch 3-year nymph that's, super big. They are a little slimmer, they're a little smaller, and they are a little lighter. A lot of these nymphs end up right in the real shallow stuff this time of year, because they're a nocturnal emerger, and when that water drops for irrigation, kind of kicks this hatch off. So I'm just going to do one extra wrap there, just looking for a clean taper. Finish this body off right there with our burnt toast. Give her a clippity-doo, clean some stuff up. Alright, so here's where we're hoping that we can pull off the magic. By combining all these materials, we should get what we want. Hydro Hackle's tied in back here. I'm going to do Palmer 2 or 3 wraps of this forward where the natural legs, or where the legs would be for the rubber leg, or the stonefly nymph. 1, skip up a little bit, 2, back up and match that, jump 1 more, and give that a wrap. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of different legs in there, some flash, right length, right color. They're going to move a lot. Super easy material to work with. I just tied it off with 2 or 3 good securing wraps, and then the core is small enough that I folded it back, anchored it in. That's not going to go anywhere, and I'll just trim that. So now we're just going to pull our Hydro Hackle off the top, part it, if you will, and then we're going to put this magic scud skin right over the top, stretch it, move any of our stuff out of the way. It's giving us a hard time, and I just have that stretched over the top with my right hand, stretching it as I loop over with my left hand. Then I'll come in and get another good one, and that'll anchor that material. Like I said, it stretches kind of like a pantyhose. Not that I've worn them before, but I've seen people wear them. Hey, Great Bow. Nice pantyhose. Just kidding. I'll pull this back and anchor it. We'll edit that out. And give it a trim. Do a couple maintenance clips. And we'll finish off, hopefully, with another of our smoke jumper laser legs for the antenna. Right at the front, Fold it over just like we did on the tail. And now we'll just build up a little thread of our 6/0 waxed here, like so. And hopefully we don't tie the whip finisher onto the fly like we have in the past. 2 or 3 whip finishes on top. Now I like to pull the antenna out of the way and get 1 or 2 just to separate them. A little easier for, you know, threading through the tippet, as well as just, you know, can't have too many whip finishes. Give that a little trim, and we'll straighten out our scud skin. And we'll probably trim some of these. I'll flip this upside down, and I'll trim pretty close to the body. About 1/3 of those fibers out of there. Good clean clip. And now we'll go to finishing this guy off. You probably don't need to. I mean, this thing will fish just as it is. But we'll go ahead and use some of our Loon Thick on the back of our scud skin. Little dabble do ya. Find yourself a corn dog stick. You know, you could use whatever resin you wanted. If you use the thin or the flow, you might just need to put a couple coats on there. As fancy as you want to get, I guess, with there. But for what we're looking for, darker back, some segmentation, and to divide those legs, perfect. Now we'll just take our... Yeah, we just got this prototype, the mega. Yep, it's big. You know what they say about big flashlights? Big batteries. Okay, we're just gonna hit this guy. A little bit for the fly, a little bit for the cook. Got our antenna a little longer than our tails, and if you want to tease it out, you could, but you know, just a different take on that fall stonefly nymph for the Clacenia or the mutant golden stone. Caught plenty of fish on it, just haven't put the scud skin on it yet, so hopefully this one's going to be a winner. I know without the scud skin it's great, but you don't have to pull any ribs on it, and you don't have to worry about rubber legging there in the middle. So there you have it. Check it out.